Hello students, welcome back to this online teaching platform Divine Public School, Monapur, Gorakhpur. Today we are going to study a very beautiful poem from First Flight, Dust of Snow, written by a famous American poet Robert Frost. So my dear students, before going to the text of the poem, let's let's know something about the poet Robert Frost. Robert Frost was a famous American poet. He was born in San Francisco on March 26, 1874. His father belonged to New England and his mother was a Scottish emigrant from Edinburgh. The poem Dust of Snow was published in New Hampshire in 1923. This collection gave him the Pulitzer Prize. Now, let's know about the central idea of this beautiful poem, Dust of Snow. Dust of Snow is a small poem written by the famous American poet Robert Frost. The poem is set on a wintry day. In the first stanza, the poet describes a simple natural happening. The snow is falling heavily. The snowy flakes have covered the top of the trees. The poet is standing under a hemlock tree. The moment an alighting of a crow on that tree make the dust of snow fall on the poet, the crow, a symbol of ill omen, and the hemlock tree, associated with persons or not auspicious things. However, in the second stanza, the falling of snowy flakes and the scene leave a tremendous effect on the mental state and mood of the poet. So far, the day has been quite gloomy and a wastage for him. But this ordinary natural happening suddenly brings a desired change in his mood. It gladdens his heart. He realizes that the falling of snowy flakes on him has saved the day. Now he has no regret as the whole of the day has not gone waste. The moments of the snowfall and their effect have saved the day. They have brought a change in his mood and gladdened and uplifted his spirits. Now, my dear students, let's begin the text. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Here, the poet tells about what all of a sudden a crow comes from nowhere. The crow sits on a poisonous hemlock tree. A lot of snow dust has already gathered at the top of the tree. The moment of the crow brings some dust of snow down. The fine dust of snow falls on the poet. He is standing under that hemlock tree. So, my dear students, I think you got the meaning of the first stanza. Once again, just I want to revise it. The way a crow, it means We means manner. Shook down means shook the snow dust down on me means on the poet Robert Frost. The dust of snow from a hemlock tree, and the dust of the snow shook the dust of the snow down on the poet from a hemlock tree. As you can see here, the poet is standing under that hemlock tree, and the crow alighted from nowhere and sat and perched on the hemlock tree. And the movement of that crow, the manner in which the crow sat on the top of the hemlock tree, that shook the snow dust down upon the poet. Now, my dear students, let's know about the rhyme scheme of this poem. See, crow is the rhyming word with snow, me with tree. So, crow will be A, me will be B, snow will be again A, and tree again will be B. So, the rhyming scheme, the rhyming pattern of this stanza is AB, AB. Now, let us discuss about the poetic devices used in this short and beautiful poem. Look at the second line of this first stanza, shook down on me. Here, O in shook, down, O, on, O. That means vowel. Vowel is repeated again and again. So, when there will be the repetition of vowel sound, that will be assonance. Okay. Now, let us come to the next stanza. That means second stanza. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Here, in the second stanza, the poet is describing something natural happening, and that is falling of fine dust of snow on him gladdens his heart. A change comes into his mood. His mood brightens all of a sudden. He had given all hopes of saving that dull and cheerless day. But now cheerfulness replaces the sense of regret. The poet realizes that the whole day has not gone waste. At least a part, a portion of the day has been saved and redeemed. The act of the falling of the fine dust of snow on him means on poet has cheered his heart and mood. Now, my dear students, look at the poetic devices used in the second stanza. In the first stanza, you can also see there is no punctuation. From the beginning of this poem and in the end, you can see only one full stop is there. Okay. So when there is no punctuation mark from the beginning of the first stanza to the last line, that is known as enjambment. 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 That is moving over from one line to another without a terminating punctuation mark. That is enjambment. And in the first line of the second stanza, you can see there is the repetition of h sound, has, heard. So that will be alliteration. In the third line of the second stanza, saved some part, saved some, s is repeated. That's why there is also repetition, and you can say that consonance. Consonance is a figure of speech in which the same consonant sound is repeated. And now you can see there is one more figure of speech, day. I had rude. Day, in day you can see the, had the, rude the. It means dd is also repeated. That is also consonance. So here I discussed about the poetic devices used in this beautiful poem. So my dear students, I hope that you have understood this beautiful poem. Watch this video and try to understand and infer the meaning of this beautiful poem. Thank you.